I didn't know what sex was, but I remember feeling this feeling that overtook me as like I gained a desire that I didn't even know how to describe or even understand as a child, but I remember feeling it.
Tyeesha Holt was just 8 years old when she and her female cousins watched a pornographic video that had been recorded over her favorite VHS movie.
It's our first time seeing this type of stuff, and so we watched it, and we were all just, nobody said anything, it was very quiet, but we all just continued to watch it for about an hour.
The next week, they rewatched the tape again. Her older cousins made up a game.
And they said, the game that we're gonna play is we'll make up sexual games and we'll perform them on each other, how they do on the films, and then we'll have a certain amount of time with each other, and then we'll switch off.
They eventually introduced her stepbrother to the game, and the sex became real. When he rejected her, Tyeesha began imitating him and playing the role of the male with her female cousins.
We went through those scenes and he didn't like to be around me. What began to happen, I began to watch him to become what he was. I began to stuff my underwear with socks, and I began to play the role that he was playing with all the other girls with my older cousins.
She found immediate acceptance, which meant the world to Tyeesha, who otherwise felt rejected by her family and had been disowned by her father.
I never understood what was wrong with me. Why didn't he want to love me? Why didn't he want to accept me? Why didn't he want to claim me? It stripped me from my identity. I didn't know who I was because he didn't want me. I felt like there was something wrong with me. And so I told myself, I'm going to be the man that nobody has ever been to me. I'm going to be the man that other women should want to be with.
By 7th grade, Tyeesha fully embraced life as a boy, all while hiding her own pain and confusion behind a manly exterior.
And so I remember on the films, they would choke the women, they would slap the women, they would curse them out in the form of role play, and then all the men that I was exposed to in my family, they were the same way.
Joke, one Sunday she went to Koinonia Christian Church with a friend. Pastor Ronnie Goins remembers seeing her for the first time.
She had cornrows and looked like a guy, but I knew it wasn't a guy. I just couldn't take my eyes off her, and I just knew I ought to bring her, ask her to come forward.
So I was like, okay, I'm about to curse him out in front of the whole church because I know what he's about to say. I'm living wrong, it's an abomination, it's a sin. He did something that I wasn't prepared for, that I was least expected for him to do. He just grabbed me and hugged me. And I melted because I never received a hug from a man. And he looked at me in my eyes and he said, "You are a beautiful little girl." And I'm fully dressed like a man. And he said, "Do you know you're a little girl?" Still holding me.
It was almost as if I was telling her everything that I would have told my daughter. That I wanted my daughter to know that you are beautiful, you're special, you're anointed, you have favor.
I felt love, I felt security. In that moment, I thought it was just a normal hug from a regular man, but it was the love of Jesus that transferred from him to me. I was secure in knowing that someone seen the little girl that I was hiding. I was hiding her purposely because I didn't trust anybody with her. And he saw her through all of that and he called her out and everything broke.